Good morning, beautiful souls. So here I am on my morning walk and talk again this morning, being Friday. Happy Friday for you today. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so look at this beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky. I can start to feel the warmth of the day ahead. I think it might be a warm one. I actually haven't checked, but I knew that it was getting a little bit warmer near the end of the week. So happy Friday to you all. So this morning I've been up a little bit earlier. I was doing a few things and I was just waiting for whatever it was to drop in for today, and it came in as know your worth. So knowing your worth. One of the things I talk about all the time is the two most important things that you have in your life is time and energy. It's not the money, because money comes in and money comes out. Money revolves like a revolving door. But your time and your energy are the two things that you can't get back. You just can't get them back once you've spent them. When you've withdrawn them from the bank, you can't get them back again. So where are you spending your time and energy? And knowing your worth is a great place to start. It's a great place to start to know what your value is. Because whether you're in business, whether you're just helping family out, whether you're helping friends out, whether you're just doing extra at work that you're not getting paid for. You know, so many people do extra time in their jobs and they don't get necessarily recognised for it, or they don't get paid for it, definitely, which you definitely should. But we've all done it, haven't we? We've all done that space where we give away our time and our energy. And then we wonder why sometimes we're frustrated. And we get anxious and we get frustrated and we get tired. We get burnt out. Because we're putting our time and energy into places that aren't of value to us, aren't our worth. We're spending that time in places that doesn't know our worth. So even with myself, even looking at all the things that I've done over the years, all the things, and how much time and energy I have given away. And I'm not saying you can't do nice things for people and that you can't sometimes, give things away for free. If you're feeling in alignment with that, absolutely. Being able to do that. But I think the key fact is knowing whether you are of value or are you being taken for granted. And, family's a great one for that. That sometimes in some families and even some people's friends groups, there's that one person that does all the things and it's just expected. I hear this all the time from people. I hear a lot of times people say to me, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. And I sort of get them to break down what it is that they've been doing. And they've been running around after everybody else. And they haven't allowed themselves any time. So they haven't put a value on their own time and their own energy. Good morning, Jess. They haven't put enough time and energy into that. They're so busy giving out, always giving it out. Good morning, Kylie. Giving away all their time and energy, right? So then what happens is it lowers their own value and they start to get depleted. And that tank gets empty, right? The tank gets empty. And so they're just giving it all away. And, the other thing is that sometimes when you give away so much of your time and energy to somebody or people or your job or whatever it is, what happens is the other party on the other side doesn't realize the value in that either, because it's free, right? It's a free session. It's free time. It's time that and energy that you're putting into something that you're not doing something for yourself, or if you're a business owner, so you're giving away your time for free or whatever it is. Then, good morning. Then you start to get really depleted. And sometimes you start to get resentful, and all these energies and emotion comes up for you. You get resentful, you get tired, you get burnt out. So I try to look at it like a budget. You know, when you do a budget of your money, and maybe sometimes some people aren't even doing that. You know, maybe they're not even doing a budget. But I like spreadsheets. I never used to, but I do now. I like spreadsheets because I am a Virgo and I like things in structure. You know, I'm not an overly fussy Virgo, but I'm definitely have my Virgo traits. And I like things to, if I could see things, good morning. Good morning. If I could see things, if I can, you know, see them all lined up, it's very easy to keep a structure. So let's say, for instance, you're doing a budget for money. So you know what's coming in, and then you allocate all your bills and whatever it is else that you use your money on. You budget it all out, and then you realize at the bottom, are you in a debit or a credit? You know, do you have money left? Do you have money left over? Are you not making enough money, right? So the same thing occurs with your time. So you have 24 hours in a day. And I hear this again all the time when I'm coaching people, and, you know, if I say, to maybe get up in the morning and do some breath work, or go for a walk, or go to the gym, or read a book, read 10 pages out of a book every day. And all the time, so often I hear the words, I don't have time. You do have time. You have 24 hours in that day. It's just that you're not budgeting your time effectively. And if you're not budgeting your time effectively, you're giving a lot of that away for free, right? So you could always create a spreadsheet to get you started, where you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night, and allocate in little slots, what are you doing with your time, right? So where is your time being spent? Because we spend time, it's a little bit like now we've all gone to no cash. We've got a card and we just tap, 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 tap. You don't know where your money's going. You tap, 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 tap until it says declined. And then you go, oh, I spent all my money. Wow, that went quick. It's the same thing with your time, right? With your time is of value, but we don't put a value on our time because it's invisible. In a sense, time doesn't really exist. I just do the things I do. But you're not being effective in using your time and energy. Are you spending your time and energy in a positive or a negative? Right? Now, because remember the last couple of talks I've done this week, first one's been on courage. The second one has been aligning and designing and creating. And yesterday I talked into, goodness me, I have to remember now. It feels like a lifetime ago. Yesterday I talked into, what did I talk into? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. But anyway, if you listen to my talks, you'll understand. But it all aligns up, right? So we're getting to that space now with the time. Where are you spending your time and energy? And what is your value? Okay, what is your value? And if you're a practitioner like me, you have to be very wary of your time. And that's not to say that I don't give away free time, but I have to be quite conscious and I have to allocate that into my time budget of where I spend that time. Because if I spend all my time giving away all my services for free, I won't make any money. And if I didn't make any money, how am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to create more stuff for you without any money? Right? It's the same with everything. Same with time for everything. I allocate my time. Like now, I'm really doing two things at once here. I'm walking, which I'm going to do anyway, and I'm giving you my time because I love my morning walk and talks, and I know that they're so beneficial for everybody. They're also so beneficial for me because it gets me walking. And as I'm walking, I can talk because we can multitask, right? Effectively. You can't multitask too effectively if you're doing too many things at once. So, and then after this, I've got my time frame to go to the gym, right? I'll go off to the gym and I'll allocate that time. That's my time then. That's my self-love time. That's my time I'm investing in myself, the time I'm investing in my wellness. And then I'll come back and I'll do a little bit of work. And then I'll go and do something else. So probably get a book out today and do my 20 pages. Now, when you set that up in your spreadsheet, just to get you started, you will allocate time. And the really easy way to be so productive is to then put a timer on. If it's 10 o'clock and you've got from 10 till 11 to, I don't know, do some work, set your timer. Set your timer and then get focused. Get focused in what it is you're doing. Morning. I get focused on the time that you're doing. It's so spiritual. And then when the timer goes off, you move on to your next project, whatever that is. Yes, Kylie, I hear you. And in the early stages of when we're doing this kind of work, it's really easy to just want to go out there and help everybody and shout it from the rooftops and just offer everybody free services. But what you find is that the more free services you offer, the less value it is in what you're offering as well, because people know that because it's free, they haven't lost anything. So if they don't show up, or if they have to cancel, or whatever that is, there's no accountability. I'm just answering this question for a lady in here, in case you just joined me. So it's really important to put value on your time and energy, okay? So if I'm, it might have been better to discount that service for her, even half price, because then there's some energy exchange. There's an energy of time and energy, right? And money, because you're of value, right? You're of value. So even if you want to help people, you can discount that price down, but you are of value. You have to own that for yourself. And these are the 5 key elements, you see. These are the 5 key elements of the Warrior Woman that's coming up on February 9th, the one-day seminar. This is really going to change people's lives, women's lives. This is only for women, because in those 5 key areas, the 5 pillars of life, we're doing the self-love, the boundaries, the expectations, the value, and abundance, right? And when you learn those 5 key elements, those 5 pillars of life, and you keep those in alignment, and you become very aware of what each and every one of those mean, then you won't be giving away your time and energy, because you'll have boundaries, you'll know your worth, you'll have no expectations, and you will create abundance in your life, okay? So that's happening on February the 9th. It's a full day seminar. It's going to be an amazing space. We've got so many ladies already coming along. It's a place where you're going to be able to meet other like-minded women as well. And it's going to be where you're going to be able to take back control. Stop worrying about all the other stuff and start coming back into your best version of yourself. You're going to be the warrior. You're going to have your power and you're going to come back into that power. Right? My pleasure, Kylie. So yes, knowing your value is super, super important. Knowing your value and knowing where you're spending your time and energy. So maybe today you can map out a little bit of time today to refocus where your time and energy is being spent in your day. Even if you're not a business owner, it doesn't matter. It's just everything you do in your day. I mean, if you go to a job, well, basically 8 hours of your day is mapped out for you anyway. But even within your job, where is your time being spent? I've worked the 9 to 5 for many, many years. And within that 9 to 5 job, there was an expectation of certain things that I needed to get done in that day. So I still needed to know where my time and energy were going. Because I was spending too much time on one project and not enough time on the other, then it looked like I wasn't doing my job, right? So even within a job, you need to know where your time and energy is spending. And also for those of you who like to or have got into the habit of overworking themselves, giving away so much free space at work, thinking that you're valued. And I know that your bosses probably appreciate it because I've had this over the years too. They probably do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your help today. Thank you so much for staying back today. Thank you for all of that. And the odd 15 or 20 minutes is okay. But if you're giving away hours a week, you really need to start looking at that. Really need to start looking at how much of that time are you giving away for free, right? And then you also have to look at, are you also staying behind to do more work because you're not being productive during the day? And I say that with my hand on my heart. There's no judgment. We all get caught up at work in different things. But you have to know your worth, right? Have to know your value and what you're giving. So using that spreadsheet, using that timer on your phone to get those times booked in, little hour slots, or even if you're in an office and you're sitting down, make them half an hour. Make it a half an hour that there's an alarm that goes off, because you should get up and move your body, because sitting is the new smoking, right? And having worked in chiropractic on and off over the years, I understand. And also the head, neck forward, that you get the strain from looking at the computer. So half an hour. Again, knowing your value, knowing that you're worth that time to get up, walk around, stretch your body out, go and get a drink. All right? You're not a robot. You're a human being living a human life, right? You're an energy being actually living a human life. But that doesn't mean that you need to work like a robot. Know your worth. Know your value. Right? Even if that means that you have to get up a half an hour in the morning extra early to get the things done for you, then you need to set that timer. Know your worth. Know your value. All right? So maybe today you can just have a little look, map out next week, map out your days, and just readjust a little bit. Maybe some of you just need a little bit of a tweak here or there. Maybe some of you need a big maybe some of you need a big upgrade. That's okay. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. And then when you know it, you can do better. All right? So have an amazing Friday. Look forward to seeing those of you that are coming down to the beach tomorrow to do the Icebreakers, the tribe. Looking forward to those of you coming along next Wednesday evening to the meditation. And I still have 2 spaces left next week during the day on Wednesdays if anybody wants a one-on-one session, whether that be coaching, Reiki, massage, or breathwork fundamentals. And yeah, I'm looking so forward to this. This has just started off as an amazing new year because I know my value, I know my worth. I'm investing my time and energy into the spaces where I know that things are going to grow, and I am not exhausting myself by giving so much of myself away in places and areas in my life that aren't going to be aligned. So as always, I want you to remember 3 things today. You are beautiful. You are loved. And oh my goodness, you are so worth it. Your value is so high. You are so, so worth it. Sending you so much love and light. Mwah. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.